Chit Chat here. I'm with Lionel Richie, which is very exciting. One thing I found odd about you when I researched you is you thought about becoming a priest.
That was pretty odd, and exactly, I'm going to qualify that by saying, for a very brief period of time.
Yeah.
I was going to actually be an Episcopal priest, or thought of being an Episcopal priest, because at that time I was surrounded by a lot of clergy, and I remember clearly going to a couple of shows with the Commodores, and something amazing happened. I walked out on stage, and girls started screaming. And I remember calling up the bishop on the phone and saying, I don't think I'm priest material. Because up until that point, I was too slow to play football. I mean, too small to play football, too short to play basketball, too slow to run track, and there was no reason for a girl to ever scream at me if I was playing tennis.
Yeah.
So finally, I had found the reason, get a girl to scream at me, I'm out of the priesthood.
You're in. You're in.
Right.
No, I bring the priesthood up because the way I've heard it, when you wrote, because you wrote We Are the World, which is an amazing thing, did you get a letter from one of the priests?
You did. Yes, I did. Very beautiful letter. Years later, it was Bishop Carpenter, Bishop Murray, and he wrote a letter saying there are two types of ministers. One that is on every corner of every community in the world, and those that preach to the masses. He said, after listening to your song, We Are the World, your ministry is doing quite well. And so, you know, there's funny things about the priesthood. In other words, you don't really know that you're ministering, but if you listen to the lyrics to most of that, if you listen to what the business that we do every day, you know, making people smile, making people realize where they are in their lives, and translating it back to them so they can understand their emotions, is what songwriting are all about.
It is, and also all religions have the one thing, which is the golden rule, do unto others.
There you go.
And USA for Africa is doing unto...
I must tell you, if I never thought, if I were ever so proud of my talent and everyone else's talent in that room, you know, we were all egotistical maniacs, if you will.
Oh, everyone oversins every line. I mean, in a good way. They've got one line each.
Yeah, but to walk in that room and realize that this talent that we were given is now going 100% to doing something good for someone else. And I think that was the real clincher for me, because I really felt like, okay, this is what this gift was given to me to do. And so whenever, I mean, there are charities that I do right now to this day, there's a sense of pride to know that, you know, it took me to walk into a room and get some people to give me the money that we need for research, give me the money that we need for this Down syndrome, give me the money we need for the breast cancer group. I mean, whatever it is, you know, I'm using that celebrity, if you will, to raise awareness.
And you wrote a song that sells 20 million copies, which is amazing unto itself, but in the room you've got Ray Charles, you've got Harry Belafonte, you've got Stevie Wonder, you've got Bob Dylan, you've got Bruce Springsteen. Who blew you away the most on the day? And Michael Jackson, I forget. You know,
I think we were all trumped that night. Billy Joel said it best. You know, we were all sitting there kind of feeling out each other, and all of a sudden Ray Charles walked in, and Billy said, "Okay, that's it, I'm out." You know, we all kind of, you know. There was a moment in time when it was just apparent that we were not worthy. You know, we were all there looking at the fact that there's Ray, and when Ray opened his mouth, forget about it, guys. I mean, that's like, and then what you didn't get was the outtakes of Ray Charles playing the gospel version of We Are the World.
That's what I want.
That's what should have come out right behind this, but you know, there was a really wonderful night when we just all surrendered our egos to the point of kind of being in awe of the room. You know, when Bob Dylan walked in, I'm thinking, that's Bob Dylan. And even Springsteen said, "That's Bob Dylan." And I said, "That's Bob Dylan." Because we were the new kids on the block, you know what I'm saying? We were, you know. And so even the fact that Michael was there, he was actually trumped at that time, because listen, we hadn't done it yet. You know what I'm saying? We're almost there. But what these guys had was years of experience, years of tried and tested, and I think I was just in awe of the room, and the fact that Quincy was in such great control and command, because otherwise, what did Quincy say to me that night? He said, okay, there's only one phrase, there's only one question we can't say tonight. I'm not sure about that. What do you think? Not in a room with 45 creative artists.
No.
That's Tina Turner. You don't say that to Tina Turner.
You don't.
You'll have a rock version, a Proud Mary version of We Are the World. Don't do it.